So again, I want to stress to you people that my mom's mental illness is not the world's problem or the world's responsibility, the outside world. You know what I mean? So, yeah, it's true that most, normal people would not have wanted to endlessly pay on a dog that they, didn't have with them most of the time, okay? But you and I both know that people with money, and my mom had money, you have to understand, do all sorts of things that other people might think are crazy. Look at all these people with money who get, these women with money who get obscene amounts of plastic surgery. Like, unnecessary plastic surgery. Like, what are they doing? And they're spending hundreds of thousands, you know what I mean? But to accuse these people, for my aunt to accuse these people, basically of taking advantage of my mom, the gig is up. I mean, that's so wrong. You have to understand, the outside world is not responsible for my mom's illness. The agreement was that my mom paid for everything, my mom had the money, okay? But you can't condemn these people for that. And like I said, they've been a godsend. They were a godsend because they saved my mom from losing her beloved to her dog, okay? Back when I couldn't take it anymore, the lies and the deceit and whatever, and I took off, and when my mom was in the hospital, she would have lost her dog. But again, I would have never done that if there was no fucking shitty auntie, I did put myself ahead first, but my mom didn't lose her dog because the dog woman cared enough to find a foster home, and that was these people, okay? And then over the years, they've taken her on other times that my mom would have lost her dog. So to accuse them of taking advantage of my mom is ridiculous. Again, yes, you and I both know normal people wouldn't want to pay for, but it's not the outside world's responsibility, auntie. Your mentally ill sister, my mentally ill mother is not the outside world's responsibility. I'll give you another example. A woman down the street who is sickened by what my aunt has done to me, okay? Because again, it's not like she was involved the whole time and then became guardian conservatorship, okay? She did this as a snake behind my back, left me with the burden and responsibility, and then just, you know what I mean? Behaved as if she wanted nothing to do with anything anymore, left it all up to me, and then did this shit. But anyway, she is disgusted with my aunt, okay? But she also has witnessed my mom's slow, sad deterioration firsthand. Because when she was giving me her tough love, your mom belongs somewhere, and of course I'm crying and said whatever. But then she said, your mom's gotten a lot worse. But she also said to me a while back, months ago, that she feels very bad for my mom. She's like, I know your mom just wants friends, and the people around here are just, with her history or whatnot, they just are leery of her. And that's sad, but again, the outside world is not responsible for, Auntie's mentally ill sister, my mentally ill mother. In other words, you can't force people to be friends with my mom. Did that make her sad? Yes, it did. Everything makes me sad, you understand? Regarding my mom and her being sad and all this crap. But the outside world's not responsible for that, and those people did not deserve for my aunt to act like they took advantage of my mentally ill mother, her mentally ill sister. They did not deserve that, period. They did not deserve that. Whether or not Auntie ever watches this video, they did not deserve that from her, okay? They did not fucking deserve that, and she's displaying her unreal ignorance in accusing them of taking advantage of my mom, okay? They were not responsible for her mentally ill sister, wanting to pay on a dog that she didn't have with her, and they sure as fuck were not responsible to pay on Angel. You understand? The outside world is not responsible to take care of any of our mentally ill family members or whatnot. They aren't. Okay? It's the same thing with that woman saying, you know, I know your mom wants friends, and she explained to me the situation. She's like, yeah, people are leery of your mom because they know if they reach out to her, she's going to expect everything, demand everything from them constantly, and I witnessed that with her. She'll go pound on doors thinking someone should just drive us somewhere simply because they have a car. Okay, it's when she won't do it always, but she still has that attitude even when she's not sick. She thinks that because people have a car, they should drive. And I will say, Mom, you know, people aren't at our beck and call. You know, I don't drive, you don't drive. That's just the way it is. But why not? They have a car. Why can't they drive us? What's the big deal? And I told you, she told me what happened long before I was ever here. Remember, my mom had numerous breakdowns, had a reputation here long before I was ever here. I'm just now, you know, I'm a convenient scapegoat, okay? But whatever. She told me, she was like, I told you this in another video, but it's worth repeating, that people had warned her about my mom. Don't become friends with her. She'll expect everything from you. You don't want to do it, blah, 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 whatever. They warned her. She moved it. She didn't listen. She's like, I didn't listen to them, Laura. And lo and behold, one night your mom comes pounding on my door at 3:30 in the morning wanting a ride somewhere. There's nowhere to go at 3:30 in the morning. Just want to tell you that, but it doesn't matter. I mean, you get it? Where the fuck did she want to, and I asked the woman, you know, because me being inquisitive, you know, insatiably curious, but I'm like, where did she want to go at 3:30 in the morning? There's nowhere to go. And the woman was like, I don't know, I don't remember, I'm sure she just told her to go away. But she walked down there in the middle of the night and pounded on that woman's door at 3:30 in the morning to go somewhere, and there's nowhere to go. There's nowhere to go at 3:30. There's nothing open, there's nowhere to go. Where did she want to go? I don't know. Who knows? She was in the middle of a breakdown, and that's what she did. Okay? Auntie knows. Auntie knows all the shit my mom did before I ever moved in here. Again, I'm just a fucking convenient scapegoat, that's all. But Auntie had no right to talk to those people that way. No right to accuse them of taking advantage of my mom. Okay? And if any of you believe to the contrary, whatever, you're not someone I would ever want to associate with anyway, because it's ignorant for you to think that, you know, like I said, people who have money do weird things that we don't understand, okay? I did not understand why my mom wanted to endlessly pay on a dog, yet that she didn't want here with her a lot of the times. Wasn't, you know, but she loved her fucking dog, and she had the money, okay? And I was not about to, you know, you pick your battles. And again, I argue with my mom about that. I'm verbally abusive towards her anyway. Just like I was arguing with her, and you know what ended up happening with that? Don't fuck your friends over. God, you know, they're 2/3 done. I know, you know what I mean? Why are you going to have him not do it? Why are you going to have someone new do it? What the fuck? He's 2/3 done, Mom. And basically, she was just having a new friend do it. And then to me, it's like you're trying to buy friends or something. You know, it's like, but he needs the money, Laura. This, I know, but it's already a pain in the ass. We've 2/3 done. You know, I wasn't yelling at her. I was trying to reason with her. But she doesn't want to fucking hear it, you understand? I wasn't yelling at her over her wanting to fuck over her friends that I invested 2 whole days of cooking all fucking day long for their whole fucking family. He's 2/3 done. I'm the one that went to Home Depot for over an hour and bought everything, put it all on my credit card, the total of over $250 and everything. She shouldn't have hired him to begin with, okay? But you're going to have a new friend because he needs the money? And if I argue with her, again, not yelling at her, trying to reason with her, but me trying to reason with her, to her, it's her house, it's her business, it's this, that, or whatever. Just leave me alone, just leave me alone, screaming at me at the top of her lungs is what her pattern was. And she's upset herself, you understand? I have not screamed at her at the top of my lungs. I have tried to reason with her when she's being completely ridiculous, including the fact your friend is going to be upset. No, he won't care. Yes, he will. He will care, Mom. He will care. He's 2/3 done. It's like, why hire someone brand new? He needs the money. How do you think that makes me feel? But again, chains. I'm here as a caregiver. I'm the only reason she could ever even have her dog here, okay? I'm killing myself, going to appointments, doing whatever. I'm not paid. In the end, she gets to turn around and be upset that I spent her money, a shitload of it, on the dog she absolutely loved. You know? And you know what I mean? Meanwhile, I could have left with her blessing. She wanted me to leave, and she loved me to death, but she just wanted to try living alone, as our mutual friend would point out to me, and I knew that was, you know, and she was planning on Angel here too, and I knew that she couldn't do it, and I'm like the bad guy, because she wants to think there's nothing wrong with her. Okay? And then Auntie, of course, ulterior motives. Because you do not fucking go from she belongs in a nursing home to 2 months later, I trust her to cook in my downstairs apartment unless you fucking have ulterior motives, period. And in this case, as always, it's fucking money. Money and power. Period. I'm not buying her make my sister well again for a second. For all I know, it didn't work out. And she immediately wound up in another mental hospital. But again, Auntie's golden. Doesn't matter. All she has to do is say, I tried. My sister was apparently sicker than I thought. Yeah, as sick as her daughter told you, but you're not going to listen, or you're going to just conveniently, you know, ignore that for your sake of your ulterior motives. That's what makes my aunt a snake. She wasn't hands-on at all, people. You understand? I was killing myself. But in any case, she has no fucking right to say to them, you had that dog that whole time. My mentally ill sister took the dog just when you went on vacation. Bullshit! Do you really think my aunt knows everything going on in this house? My God, that over a year she was catering left and right to that old man. My mom would cry to me that all she cares about is him. She doesn't know what goes on in this house. Angel was here way more than that. Angel was fucking here way more than that. But only because I was here. My mom would not have been able to take care of her dog on her own, okay? And again, like I said, I'm condemned in the end for spending her money making our lives better. You know? Both our lives. Should have fucking left. I shouldn't have allowed anyone. I should have just had a hard heart. Even if my mom was begging me to stay way back when, and Auntie was guilting me into staying, I should have fucking left. I wouldn't have wound up in this friggin' situation. I would have had plenty of money in the bank. My mom has plenty of money. And somebody her age who has a kid that it's all going to go to anyway, she has plenty of money, she's never going to spend it, there's no reason for her to not give me like $10,000 to start a new life with me and my dog, you know? It's nothing, it's not going to affect her life at all. Meanwhile, I'm her beloved kid, she loves Omar, I'm talking about in the past. It wouldn't affect her. She has the fucking $60,000 401k. It wouldn't have affected her, but it would have meant every fucking thing in the universe to me and Omar. That's the bottom line here. And that is why people who love me, care about me, including around here, said about that $15,000, you should have taken it and run. Just going to go to your aunt anyway. It's not going to affect your mom's state of being, her life, her, well, anything, whatsoever. Whatsoever, people. Auntie had no right to talk to those people like that. No right whatsoever. What gives her? She's so fucking arrogant. What gave her the right to talk to those people like that? Her sister made that choice. Her sister had the money. You know? People do all kinds of things with money. People take $10,000 and go gamble it away in a weekend. Guys hire prostitutes and whores and this, that, and do whatever. You know, people do stuff with their money. My mom chose to not pay on a dog that she didn't have here a lot for whatever reason. Sometimes because she didn't want the dog here. Like, it doesn't matter. It's none of Auntie's fucking business. How dare she? She can keep it between me and her and say I wasn't authorized, but she sure as fuck had no right to talk to those God-sent people like that. Like they had taken advantage of her mentally ill sister. She had no right, period, people. No right. No right whatsoever. The fucking arrogant dare she? I said that year that she was catering left and right to that old man, her dear friend, her dear rich friend, whose wife died, my mom was complaining to me, crying. All she cares about is him, Laura. She never calls me, I never see her, etc., etc., etc. No shit, Mom. No shit. Auntie has no right to talk to those people like that. No right to treat them like that. With such disregard, such disdain. And the woman took the high road and repeatedly has asked Auntie to simply give her a transfer of ownership. And Auntie won't even do that. What does that tell you about her, people? She's not even remotely a good person. She's one of those people who pretends, is phony, a fake. Keep it between us, Auntie. Don't go involve these nice people. Accuse them of taking advantage of your mentally ill sister's bullshit. She made the choice. I thought it was stupid too. But again, you pick your battles. I think it's stupid, but so what? It's her fucking money. She had plenty of money. What was going to happen to all the money? You think she was going to spend it all? No. It supposedly was all going to go to me if something happened to her. You know? Or to the government if she wound up in a nursing home or something. Okay? If she wanted to pay on a dog she didn't have here, then that was her choice. It was her choice, people. Her fucking choice. Her sister has no right to step in and act like my mom's life prior to her sister becoming my mom's Lord and Master never existed at all. And that it was it was none of her fucking business. It was my mom's choice. I thought it was stupid too, but so what? And they were a godsend to me. Okay? They couldn't force my mom to give them Angel. They were a godsend to me. So I, didn't have to take care of Angel while my mom's locked up in the mental hospital. Angel was better off with them. But they're not under any obligation to pay for Angel's bills just because they have Angel. That was not the fucking agreement. Jesus. Auntie is so friggin' beyond arrogant. It just astounds me. I knew all along she wouldn't pay the bill. I never imagined she'd talk to these people like that. Okay? All she had to say to them is, I'm not paying the bill. Laura wasn't off, but no, she has to get her little digs in at them. Who have been nothing but a godsend to her sister who loved her fucking dog more than anything. It's not like her sister would have taken Angel when I'd had enough and I took off, because I couldn't deal with it anymore. Smothering down my tongue all those months, knowing that my mom had confessed to me that her sister had told her to lie to me about how much more money they'd actually gotten from that wrongful death settlement. That was killing my mom. I never suspected a thing, but I was upset when I found out my mom lied to me about it. But then she forced me, It's sad. It's all fucking sad. It's just sick. It's sad. Like I said, I wish it had nothing. I wish none of it. I wish Auntie had never helped anything. I wish my mom had been in an apartment. She still would have had her 401k because she earned that herself, and she wouldn't have been owned by her fucking sister, and she wouldn't have been condemned for loving her fucking daughter. You know what I mean, people? There was no way after those 8 days of hell, and I was treated like crap by the police because they only respect my aunt who was off gallivanting in another country, and plus everything, just like a dam had broken. I had to leave those notes. I had to leave here. I hadn't destroyed my mom's house. I hadn't done anything. I had been through hell. You know what I mean? But the fact is, Auntie would have never taken an Angel when my mom was locked up in the mental hospital because Auntie doesn't give a shit, okay? My mom would have lost her beloved to her Angel. The dog woman cared enough to find Angel a foster home so my mom wouldn't lose her baby. Auntie can't understand that though, because all Auntie cares about is fucking money! How dare she talk to those people like that? Ugh. Bitch. Hey, but I got to say to them, see? Now you know firsthand everything I've been telling you, right? She's like, yep. Yep. Now you know exactly how my aunt is, right? Yep. Like I said, she took the high road. She did not send some scathing message back. She told me, she's like, I was very nice. I just said, that was the agreement, and that, but Auntie, if someone talked to her like that, she would be vicious towards them, because that's how she is. They took the fucking high road. Again, I knew all along, I told them that she's not going to pay the bill. It's one thing to not pay the bill, and to just say, Laura, keep it all within us, all within our fucking, our fucking whatever, our long-time, lifetime enemy situation, but don't involve these nice people. Act like they took advantage of your mentally ill sister. That's just a sick fucking thing to do. My mom made her own choices. Obviously, I thought they were stupid ones, Like I said, I didn't go around yelling at my mom for no reason. There were things that really sparked me. And how do you think I felt when she got out of that mental hospital and tells me that, Laura, I have a confession to make. We really got $40,000 more in the case money, but I met this guy in the mental hospital, and he's going to help us fight Auntie, and da-da-da-da-da-da, And I had to welcome him into our lives. I had to deal with the fact Auntie had forced my mom to lie to me, and just all this crap. Of course I was upset at that. But again, I'm not supposed to, doesn't matter what my mom says, does, or whatever, I'm supposed to have the patience of a saint, never get upset with her over anything at all, otherwise I'm accused of abusing her. Elder services never entered our reality in any manner whatsoever until my mom invited them into our reality to fight her, to go against her sister in 2014. Just so you know. There was no elder services ever in our reality prior to that. And then after we won the case, there was no elder services for a long time. My mom brought them back into our lives again. It was sparked by that friggin' thing, I'm trying to do good, trying to walk on eggshells, and my mom just like blindsides me with, she's not going to have that friend we've invested 2 whole days and he's 2/3 done in everything. She's going to hire a new friend because he needs the money to do the railing. Meanwhile, we have plenty of money. We could hire professionals, but I have to make the best of it being her friend, Any of you would be like so pulling out your hair frustrated. And I was I was yelling at her. I was trying to reason with her. You understand? But to her, if you say anything negative against anything she wants to do or say whatever, you're yelling at her, okay? I was desperately trying to reason with her. And it was like talking to a brick wall. It was just ridiculous. And then, add insult to injury, like I said, I have to eavesdrop on conversations where she's talking, and finally I was like, fine, whatever, tell him you're not going to have him do it. Because she thinks he's not going to care. Of course he's going to care. I mean, he's going to be insulted. Okay, but whatever. That's twofold. He's 2/3 done. Why do I want someone brand new who's a friend she wants to help out because he needs money? It's like, But again, no say in anything, and if I get upset with her, it's her house, it's her whatever, and you know. But then I eavesdropping on the conversation with the woman, and she's like, yeah, there's been a lot of yelling around here, and I'm just this and that, Tabitha, and I want to be more religious, and all this crap. But of course, not acting like nothing had happened, and then in the end, she didn't tell them she didn't want them to do the rally, okay? After having me in a fucking frenzy. You get it? It's like I said, it's like the insane running the asylum, you know? And I gave you the rabbit example too. You know? Trying to reason with her about the rabbit thing. She doesn't want to hear it, and she will, I swear to you people, I don't care if you believe me or not, I don't have to yell at my mom. I simply have to not agree with things, you know, her crazy fantasies or whatnot, the rabbit thing, trying to reason with her, and she will upset herself. Just leave me alone. Just shut up. I'm getting rabbits. You know, she upsets herself, turns into I upset her. You get it? She upsets herself by screaming and hurting her throat or whatever. I haven't screamed at her. I've simply expressed negative opinions regarding her craziness, okay? Because yes, it was insanity for her to want rabbits here, okay? The dogs would go after them. I gave her every reason she didn't care. But she will upset herself. She will scream at the top of her lungs, you know, and upset herself, and then accuse me of upsetting her, okay? Let's make that perfectly clear. Again, you don't have to believe me. I don't care. I know the truth. I know I wasn't that's why Joe's like, you're not I wasn't going around like yelling at my mom constantly and you're a bitch and you're then calling her names or anything like that. There was situations, again, we're still roommates, okay? I was admittedly less than perfect in the past, okay? But again, so was Auntie, and you know, and there's a thing called forgiveness. After we'd done all that court thing and whatnot, my God, you think I'm not going to walk on eggshells as much as I possibly can with my mom? When I know that elder services can be right there breathing down our necks or whatnot, I tried my best. I did. But sometimes I'm not Mother Teresa. I don't have the patience of a saint. And none of you would have fared any better. You know, she springs it on you. We're getting rabbits. She wanted chickens too. But you know, the rabbits, the dogs, anything you could think of, it didn't matter what you said to reason with her. She had an answer, and then she doesn't want to hear anything against it, and she will literally be like, I swear to God, screaming at you, just leave me alone, I don't want to hear it, I'm getting rabbits, it's my house, whatever, and then you've upset her, okay? So to say me talking about my reality, especially how it ended up, where my mom's taken away from me, I'm fucked out of everything she ever wanted me to have, well, to say, oh, you can't possibly love your mother, well, that's ignorant, okay? Because it's her illness that caused her to be that way. It's not her. You understand? I don't care what any of you people think. I have been my mom's lifelong advocate. I have felt so bad for her, it's not even funny. I have felt so bad for her that it was like it was happening to me. I even had my shelter case manager say to me when I'm just crying and they're over my mom go this, that, or whatever, and she's like, you know you're two separate people, Laura, you're not your mother, you know? And then I just looked at her like she had two heads. Oh, your mom's her own person. She makes her own decisions, good or bad, just like everyone. I know. And I endlessly ache for her. And the thing is, I couldn't have stopped her from getting the rabbits. Like I said, I don't think we'd be allowed to have chickens, but I couldn't have stopped her from getting the friggin' rabbits, and you couldn't raise them with her. You understand? She's her own person. You know, she's her own person. We fought for 7 months. She's, you know, she didn't become a ward of the state, but she's her own person. No guardian over her, whatever, and she can do what she wants to do, including have rabbits here that, you know, she probably, and she would have been devastated, which I know. It was one of my recent things, you know, I'll keep them in my bed, you know, I already told you this story, I'm just saying. That's an example. It's not the only example. This is one example, okay? When I tell you she would upset herself, simply if I'm expressing something she doesn't want to hear, okay? Okay? She would scream, just leave me alone, or whatever, she doesn't want to hear it, but then she'd upset herself by screaming at the top of her lungs, and then accuse me of upsetting her. Uh-oh. But that was her pattern, most definitely, people. I did not go around ever screaming at the top of my lungs at my mother. That same railing night, she screamed at me at the top of her lungs, "You found my fucking phone!" But again, this is her illness, it is not her. Me talking about how her illness has negatively affected me in my life, something I have a right to do, does not even remotely mean that I don't love her, the human being, the person who I have endless amounts of empathy and compassion for. Okay? Period. Don't fucking care what my enemies believe to the contrary. You understand? I don't care. I know my own heart, okay? Nobody on this planet knows anyone else's heart. And I know that I loved and still love my fucking mother, period.